Hi, good day. Welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. And welcome. Hope you're sitting down with a cup of coffee or tea. But today I thought we would just do our introduction and then do our little chat. Sorry, itchy nose. Today's blood sugar is at 10.8. I'm blocking my face because the ring light's in the way. And as you can see, I have 4.575 units of insulin, about halfway through my calibration. I didn't mean to go on to this, but this shows I've got insulin. The battery life is high. I have 185.6 units of insulin. I have 3 days left, which is almost going to be 2 days. So we'll see. I don't think I have to change on Monday, but we'll see. For when I have to change the sensor. Okay, back to this. I've had my basal rate, except for breaking off a bit here. My basal rate started up again quite strongly, and my correction started to go crazy. And as you noticed here, I just kept climbing till I reached that magical number. Yeah, it's really wonderful. Now, as you noticed the previous video before this one, my blood sugar has increased to my time in range decreased. It's a little late going today. Decreased to 36. I'm now at 58%. 42% was above 10, and 58% still within range. It isn't a great number because remember we have to be at 70. Average sugar has come down to 10.7. Now, today I want to discuss preparing for your face-to-face appointment with your doctor. Is it as simple as sitting down in his office and just waiting for him? Stay tuned. We'll be right back. This channel is provided for informational purposes only. Contact your physician for any diagnostic or treatment plan. Now you know the answer to this is going and sitting in your doctor's office and just waiting there is not going to be the answer. Sorry to burst your bubble, but it just isn't. What you really want to do is you want to go in there and be prepared with the visit. You need to review your numbers. You need to know what is going on. I'm not talking just a couple of days before your visit. I'm talking ever since the last time you've been seeing him. If you're modifying your blood sugars, if the doctor has said, I think you can correct, here's the plan, you've got to let them know that the plan is actually working or not. But don't go in there being ready to tell them a whole bunch of lies. Because the first thing the doctor is going to ask you, I could almost bet 100%, is, so how's it all going? And most diabetics, and I was one of them, everything is going well, thank you. When you know perfectly well, and he knows perfectly well, things aren't going that great. Is your time and range in line? And why? Were you sick? Have you not been exercising the amount you should? Are you eating more than you have recently? Has your diet changed? All of these things play an important role in your diabetes care. Take your records with you. I'm lucky enough that with my pump, here it is, here's my good old pump, I have a care link so I can take all the information and he can pull it up on his computer and see where I'm going, and we can actually have a discussion. It can be anything about your diabetes care. I was having problems with my blood sugar, and being a labile diabetic, which we discussed in an earlier video, I thought, I'm just going through some times here. My doctor said, do you have any infections or anything you're not telling me about? And I said, well, I had broken out in a rash underneath my arm, in my armpit, and said, well, I have this, but I'll go to the doctor, I'll go to my GP and get it taken care of. He said, no, let me see. So he said, yeah, that's something you should have told us about. So your doctor is there to offer advice, but you sometimes need to be able to be open with them, be honest with them. Oh my God, be honest with your doctor? What are they talking about? Oh God. You really need to. Keeping your doctor informed of your care is important. Now, we had hemoglobin A1C tests. We have protein tests. There's a whole bunch of tests and blood work that your doctor really needs to see. It does him really no benefit for you to go get these tests after my visit, or after your visit, my visit. So get the tests done beforehand. Now, a lot of doctors will have you do blood tests every 3 months. I do it, and I'm lucky now here that I don't have to go anywhere. They actually come to my room and draw it. That's really a plus. But we can see, and he can see how your kidneys are doing. And for those of you like me who have been a diabetic for years, you want to keep track on that. You want to keep your complications in check. Your diabetic doctor can be the driving force behind that. So be open with them. Discuss many things. I know I have a light here. I don't know, I'll have to try different. But it's opening up my eyes. I'm ready for my close-up. So, we've discussed reviewing your numbers. And what are you looking for? You're looking for patterns. They can be explainable. They can also be unexplainable. But your unexplainable, if you're really delving into what your blood sugar numbers are, you can start seeing why your blood sugar has gone up, why it's gone down. So, what to do about it? Well, I'm sure it must be really frustrating when a doctor asks, how are things going? And you say, oh, they're going wonderful. And then you go through your items on the list and they say, I know you're cheating. Or I know you're not following the plan. So if you falter, be honest with them. Say, hey, you know what? Last weekend I really didn't follow the plan. Things happen. Life can get involved in many things. But as you start seeing your physician more and more often, you will know what he or she expects of you and what sort of questions to be prepared for. You can drag out and take a look at your numbers and say, okay, yes, I did that, but this didn't work because of whatever reason. I had a very stressful month at work. I had to try to make my numbers. Excuse me, gotta modify my seat in here. Okay. All right. Sorry. But be open. Your doctor's appointment shouldn't be one-sided. You need to be an active participant in your care. If you're not, what's the point of making the appointments? Oh, the doctor could say, okay, come on in when I'm going to change all your numbers and you're going to have to live with these numbers. You know, really, we did that for years. I call that the dark ages. But now we've grown past that. So, what can you actually do to be prepared? Let's review. First, review your numbers. Know your numbers. Come up with active numbers that you're able to identify areas of concern. Second of all, be truthful with them. Don't lie. It's not going to help anything. Know what you're kind of eating. Probably a good idea is a couple of days before you go, actually write down what you've eaten for the day or for a couple of days beforehand. Third is have questions for your doctor. It could be related to yourself or it could be related to other people. I've talked about this number of times. Try to stump your doctor on diabetes-related questions. Chances are you might learn something. You might learn something in looking it up, or you might learn something in just his answers. These are some things that can help you prepared. And when you go in there, relax. And with that, have a great day, and we'll talk again soon. Bye now. Ooh, that's my spooky look. My next vlog topic will be Our next video is going to be supplies. It's Control Day 2025. We're going to discuss supplies. What sort of supplies do you need? And are you going to be ready to go with your supplies? Have a super day. We'll talk again later. Bye now. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.